Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about masturbation in women. We're going to talk about it from a psychological perspective. Masturbation is the act of arousing oneself to sexual pleasure. In general, women masturbate less than men. Whether or not you masturbate depends on whether or not your sexual desire leads to direct sexual arousal or not. Different individuals have different levels of sexual desire, different passive or active approaches to sex, different ways of expressing themselves, and different perceptions of sex. If you have a negative perception of sex, you will tend to have a strong aversion to masturbation. Women value psychological satisfaction and emotional connection when it comes to sex, which is a major factor in women's sexual arousal. Therefore, women tend to believe that it is more appropriate to have sex with a partner to achieve physical and emotional satisfaction than to masturbate just to please their sensory organs. Women's different levels of sexual desire results in the difference in how often they masturbate. Rather than most women having an average level of sexual desire, women tend to be on a spectrum of either very high or very low sexual desire, so they either really enjoy masturbation or really dislike it. For women who enjoy sex and are familiar with the pleasure of orgasm, masturbation can be very helpful, but overall, women who enjoy sex are more likely to prefer having sex with a partner to masturbation, as masturbation usually has only 70% of the satisfaction level of having sex with a partner. You can take a full control in masturbation, whereas having sex involves a lot of movements that are out of your control, and the arousal is intensified by the perception of the other person's response in having sex. There is still a negative perception of female masturbation in society, and women who haven't experienced the benefits of masturbation may have a negative perception of it. However, as a substitute for sex, masturbation has many benefits for women. Women may prefer masturbation to avoid the negative aspects of sex, such as stress, hassle, and exhaustion that come with sex. They can feel comfortable expressing their desires that they may not be able to show to the partner, and they can experience the pleasure of sex without being judged by their partner. Sexual stimulation is also beneficial because it provides a sense of comfort and security, both physically and psychologically. Women have the ability to generate zest energy on their own, and they can be trained to generate zest energy and utilize it as positive energy in their daily lives. In this sense, masturbation can be a very effective practice compared with suffering from and struggling with incompatible sex with a partner. In recent years, female masturbation has been on the rise, and it has become more socially acceptable. The number of single women living on their own is also on the rise, and their personal preferences for sex and their right to pleasure are being recognized more. There are many different ways for women to masturbate. Each person has their own preferences, so it's a good idea to expose yourself to a variety of information and then find your own way. There is another thing to keep in mind. Any imaginary sex you have while masturbating should only be for the duration of your masturbation, and you must leave it at that. Trying to make it a reality or continuing to connect emotionally in your daily life is asking for trouble. Masturbation is not just for men. It's a very useful tool for women, and women should try to have a positive perception of it rather than a negative one.